All right, you are with Planting the Seeds 101 with Papa V, where our motto is saved by grace through faith, therefore we keep the commandments of God. And you have Lollipop joining us today. I was out here getting set up and she's very curious, wanted to see what was going on. So hopefully she hangs around and watches. Today we are on day 165, titled The Most Holy Place, and we are reading Revelation 11, verse 19. And here we go. Then the temple of God was opened in heaven, and the ark of his covenant was seen in his temple. And there were lightnings, noises, thunderings, an earthquake, and great hail. Revelation 11:19. We have learned that the seventh trumpet depicts the final judgment. You might remember that in the early sanctuary service, the high priest entered the most holy place only once a year on the Day of Atonement, a ceremony that represented the final judgment. After the high priest did his work, cleansing all sin from the sanctuary, Leviticus 16 through 19 and verse 30, every individual was judged, either saved or lost. The sanctuary provides a map for us. Today's verse is a key landmark. It is exactly what Hiram Edson saw in vision in 1844. Christ, our high priest, passing into the most holy place. Just as the work of judgment began when the high priest entered into the most holy place in the earthly sanctuary, so did God's final process of judgment begin when Christ entered into the most holy place in heaven. Daniel 8, verse 14. That means that the final judgment began in 1844. The seventh trumpet is sounding. We are currently living during this anti-typical Day of Atonement. Today's text also serves as an important transition in the book of Revelation. From here on out, the focus is mainly on the last day events taking place within the anti-typical Day of Atonement. Christ is doing his work in the most holy place in heaven. See Hebrews 9:11 through 14 and 21 through 26. Are we doing ours here on earth? In the earthly service, the people waited with intense interest for the high priest, eyes locked onto where he was in the holiest of holies, within which was only a single item, the Ark of the Covenant, a gold chest containing the Ten Commandments. See Exodus 26:31 through 33. What then do you think ought to absorb our utmost attention today as the ultimate battle between good and evil comes to a close? It is God's law that is the devil's target in these last days, and it is this law, God's immutable, eternal law, which should be at the forefront of our hearts and our minds. Do you know God's law? Are you keeping it? Are you ready to be judged by it? The prayer, Heavenly High Priest, I look to you to write your perfect law within me, that I may be entirely cleansed on that day. Amen. For further study, you can read Exodus 25, verse 22, Psalms 26, verse 2, and Hebrews 8, verse 10. And that concludes section 4 of our book. Our next section is the Day of Atonement, reading Revelation 12 and 13. I hope you enjoyed it this far. Please like and share. Have a happy Sabbath. Sorry about that. And we will see you next time. Have a blessed Sabbath day.